Hi again, this is Donald Gordon. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and give the thumbs up if you can. I'm just doing a quick, very quick video. Now, just to practice ad-libbing. I did a video yesterday with the same objective, and I managed to speak for 20 minutes about whatever stuff. I was quite surprised. But I just wanted to mention again something which I said yesterday about planning. Whether it's planning your day or a week, whatever. A plan is really just a guide. It's great if you have a plan for a daily plan and you get everything done exactly as you planned. That's great. It happens very seldom, in my experience and experience of other people I know. There's a phrase, and it's something like God laughs while man plans, and it's very true, because God knows that you're probably not going to achieve it. You may do from time to time, 100%. For instance, I have a plan for this week, and I started off very well on Sunday. Is it Sunday? Today's what? Oh God, I lost track of time. Today's Friday, isn't it? So I at the beginning of the week, it was worked relatively well. Yesterday I got about 2/3 of the things I planned to do. Things come up, as always, and destroy your plans for that day. So my point is that you should have a plan, in order to achieve your goals, wherever those goals are. It doesn't have to be anything big, big and fancy. Just whatever your goal is. Things come up that will get in the way. That's life, and you usually can recuperate in one way or the other. And that's really it. Just make sure you have a plan, and if it doesn't work out, don't hit yourself. Don't punish yourself. I mean, if you're being lazy, that's a very different thing, and we know when we're lazy. Sometimes we are tired, and we may need to take a nap, particularly as you get a little older. When you're younger, or even at my age, tiredness can be just a little trick to avoid doing something, and so we have to watch that. So be careful of those little tricks. I know all the tricks. I'm as lazy as hell, and my discipline isn't always as I would like. Because without discipline, motivation is something which lasts a very short time. In terms of if you have a goal in doing something, we get excited at the beginning, and we do extra hours maybe, or make a bit bigger effort in whatever we want to achieve, and that motivation goes down, and that's when discipline needs to kick in. And that's hard work, but a lot of it is just making a habit out of doing something. And it's been proven that a new habit can be, how do you say it? Can be, or is like fixed. That's not the word I want, but let's use that word. Supposing you want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, okay, in order to achieve something. You want to do all the training before you go to work, for example. You want to go for a run, go for a swim, go for a cycle, whatever it is. And in order to achieve that, you need to get up early in the morning. At the beginning, it can be quite difficult because you're not used to it. It's not a habit. But if you do that for 21 days, the habit now is set. And it becomes very, very easy. Very, very easy. I don't have a full-time, I don't have a job, I don't have a real job, 9-to-5 job. So I don't have a boss. So I need to get up when I get up at 6 o'clock every morning. Starting next week, I'll be getting up at 5 because I have other things to do. And I've done it before, it's not a problem. But I know the first few days will be hard work. Although I've had the same sensation at 5 o'clock as I do at 6 o'clock, as I do at 7 o'clock. I'm still sleepy. But I know in 3 weeks, in 21 days, that habit will be set again. I won't say set in stone because when you stop doing it, you fall out of the habit. But from experience, I know that's what will happen. I suspect within a week I'll be back in that role because I've done it before, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, so that's basically it. I'd say form good habits, and yeah, this is again miscellaneous. This is nothing to do with my channel. And as I mentioned yesterday and a few other times actually, I have a playlist of miscellaneous topics, and this is one of them. This is my second miscellaneous video. And it's just something that came to mind, and also I'm just practicing ad-libbing, and getting used to talking to the camera as I'm doing now. And those of you who have listened to some of my other videos, if anybody has, I'm an actor, so talking in front of the camera isn't difficult. Once you have your lines, it's very easy. And ad-libbing also. Ad-libbing is part of the job as well. But I thought this would be a little bit more difficult. And obviously my training my training has helped. But anyway, getting back to plans and habits. I've got two parallel thoughts going here. Let's go back to planning. If you have a goal, you need to plan for it, whatever the goal is. If it's to write a book, or to gain 4 kilos, or not 4 kilos, maybe a couple of kilos maybe 4 kilos in muscle over 6-month period or a year's period or whatever, 3 months period, can be done, but you got to dedicate all your day to training. You need to have a plan, and some days that plan is going to fall apart totally for whatever reason, and you need to realize that's going to happen, but not to punish yourself or punish somebody else, because someone may need your help and they can't do something and you can, well, you know, these things happen. You can recuperate the time, probably. And if you can't, so what? Just aim for your goal. You may have to work a little harder to actually get to that objective within that certain time period. And also, it can be difficult when you give yourself an objective. We may be just too keen in getting there, and we put a date that's too near. So you got to kind of. Now, some people would say, "Well, you're just making an excuse. You're just moving the goalpost." Maybe, but also, you may have to adjust the actual objective date. You have to pull it back. For example, in my case, I speak Spanish. Some days It can be a bit, if I'm tired, it can be a mess. But normally my Spanish is quite good. That took time. Now I was working, when I first started here I was working and in an English environment, English speaking environment, so I didn't get any practice. So all my practice was outside. And I go to a number of coffee shops and I just talk to people. And at first it was very intimidating, but people realised what I was doing and they're very, very helpful. I could not gauge exactly when I was going to be, I wouldn't say fluent, but at a level where I can say, well, I can hold a conversation, general conversation with anybody, because I didn't have the experience. I took some French classes early in the year, just purely speaking English, speaking French, spoken French. One of the pups is licking a plate, anyway. And I thought it would take me quite a long time again to achieve a level where I can have a conversation, or not a basic conversation. And it actually took me about a month, just doing two hours a week. I mean, I was reading in the meantime and listening to videos on YouTube, for example. So I was quite surprised about that. So it can be difficult finding that actual cut-off date. Of course, you may have an exam. That's your cut-off date. If you don't have an exam, then it might be a little more difficult. Or if you have a holiday and you want to learn Spanish to go somewhere, or whatever language you want to learn, that's your cut-off date. And you may achieve it, you may not. That's the way it goes. So have a plan. Don't kick yourself if it doesn't work. You may have to adjust your plan. And let God laugh. That's all. And in terms of creating good habits, such as, because the two are related. If you have a plan, you need to be disciplined to achieve that plan as best you can. Rhymes. And we need to all have good habits to achieve our goals. And again, if you don't achieve it, if you in the 21 days, that's just a number. I mean, some people might achieve it in 17 days, 12 days, others might take 30. Don't use that as a definite, an absolute, okay? It's just a number, it's an average number from what I can work out. I was a smoker. I was relatively a heavy smoker, at one stage at least. I was smoking almost 40 cigarettes a day, Marlboro. And those of you who smoke know they're quite strong. That's a long time ago. They've done their damage. And one day I just decided to give up. And I had a number of false starts over a period of about 2 months. I went maybe 2 weeks or 7 days maybe, and I started smoking again. But once I really was sure I needed to stop because I had lots of phlegm and this is horrible. And I was in my 20s, my early 20s, a long time ago. And obviously smoking did not suit me. I'm not anti-smoker. If you smoke, that's fine. But you know the problems you'll have. And so I stopped smoking. And after 3 weeks, I was fine. Now I knew nothing about the three week 21 day rule, but I noticed at 21 days more or less that the craving went, and that was it. I was fine. And I'm not saying I don't know if smoking is a habit. People say it's a habit. It's probably addiction too. A lot of it, I think, is habit. Having a cigarette after a meal with your coffee, when you're talking to your friends at parties and so on. So I, in my opinion, it's my opinion, I'm not saying I'm right, or at least in my case, it was more a habit than anything else. And I think with the 3-week rule, to me, it kind of proves that in my case, everyone's different. Yeah, that's all. So stick as best you can to your plans, adjust them if necessary, and get into some good habits. And remember, it takes about 21 days, more or less, to get a habit fixed in your being, in your mind, wherever it's fixed. Okay? Please give a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. And this is Donald Gordon signing off. Thank you.